Saying that happens, that means there's going to be two phones, but they said there's only one, so I'm trying to figure out, make sure everything's going well. We're live. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Yay! Pumped.
I'm just trying to figure out how this works with the.
Can you get us live?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If we do,
we're live on here right now. Hi everyone.
Oh, so we're just going live on here. We're not calling each other. Okay.
I didn't think so.
I thought this was.
So pumped. Hope everyone's doing good.
We'll get started in like 2 minutes. Okay, so we're about to go live on TX Studios Instagram. Okay. So it's just down here. Boom.
Holla.
Oh, I need to make sure. I need to switch the camera. Yep.
All right. I think y'all can see us from both. Sweet.
Hey, Doug. What's happening?
All right. Well, I guess we'll
Hey, Augustina.
go ahead and get started. Yay, it's working. Okay, awesome. So, we're good to go.
Well, let's give like one more minute.
Oh, wait for some people to pop away.
Yeah. I see people coming on. That's what's up.
Hope you guys are doing well. I know this is crazy times. I know everybody and their mamas are going live. So we're super honored that you decided to tune in. Hey, Mo. Look, it's Mo.
Hey, what's up, Mo?
Someone just totally tried to wave back.
I'm so used to yeah, they said there's a chat function right there on the side, and there should be like icons you can use. Or if you're on Instagram Live, you can use that as well.
Yes. Hi, Lisbeth.
And there's also a question section, so you guys feel free to ask questions, and we will be able to read them out loud and answer them. Yo,
Jocelyn.
What's up, Jocelyn? Okay. Jocelyn from Houston, Texas.
Coker Studio shout
What's
out.
up? Okay, I'm checking here. Theo Smith, happy quarantining. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're having a quarantine party right now.
Basically. All right, so
yeah, we can get started.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me pull out our notes. All right. So yeah, I guess we can do introductions.
Yeah. And well, I'm Afritina Coker.
Temi Coker.
We are husband and wife, and we are creatives stuck in the house during this quarantine, like the majority of you.
Right.
And specifically, what we do, I'm a photographer. I do art direction as well, which includes styling. I play around with illustration, but my main bread and butter is photography and art direction.
Yeah. I want to get close.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So my name is Temi Coker. My wife and I, we do it on Coker Studio together. I do a lot of the design work, and also do photography as well. And yeah, we just launched last year.
Mm-hmm.
Last May 5th, which was our first year wedding anniversary. Funny story, our logo color is pink and blue. And so when we're preparing the announcement, people thought we were having a kid. So yeah, if you look at our logo, it's a smiley face with colors. So yeah, just the.
I forgot about that. I didn't realize, but
people are not as happy because they said, "Oh, we thought it was."
I know. Oh, you're just starting a business.
Oh, you're just starting
together?
a business? Yes, a little baby, you know.
Yeah.
So but yeah, and we're going to be a year, May 5th, and it's been awesome. She's been doing a lot of photography stuff, and she's really amazing with art direction. That's not my gift. I just design and I take pictures. So, yeah.
Sweet. Well, we are here today to kind of just like chat and share and also answer questions and just have like a dialogue about how to continue creating during a crisis like this. Like, I don't think this is anything that any of us has ever experienced. I won't speak for everyone because there's people from all across the world like tuning in right now, but specifically in America. So it's kind of like unprecedented times. And so we're just here to share like a couple of things that have helped us get through these early phases and just answer any questions anyone might have. We really just want to like chat with y'all and get to know you guys. And yeah.
So I guess one thing that we can talk about, and then we'll ask you guys questions of how you guys are feeling this time, is like, we know that this quarantine has affected a lot of creatives. I mean, one of our friends, Corey, he did like a FaceTime photo shoot, which is crazy and so creative. So we just want to know, like, what are you guys doing in this time? How has it impacted your business, or how has it impacted your creative drive? And and we can speak for ourselves as well. How has it impacted you?
For me, like, so I do photography. All of my shoots got canceled, obviously, because we can't go out of the house. So I've been put in a place to like expel my creative outlets elsewhere, which has been really good. So it's given me some time to do some more illustration work. I've been doing a little like forecasting for other projects that were supposed to happen in April that aren't going to be happening just yet. We don't know when we'll get out the house. I've come across some really cool people on like social. I've decided to like make it a point to like meet more people rather than just like liking their stuff. Like, I feel like it's a good time to really engage and like message that person that maybe like, oh, I love their work. Like, I've never like taken time to like actually like send them a message and just like chop it up with them. So some really cool opportunities have come out of that. And then I've also been like putting a lot of my energy into creating other things, like cooking. And that's been hella good for all of us, especially him and his stomach. So I've been able to like create and play around in that way. So I just encourage, like, if you are in the house and you're kind of like, I don't really know what to do with this energy, play around, make playlists, paint, do whatever. Just, it doesn't have to always be just like in your creative outlet. Like, expand. You never know what could come from it.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm resting. First of all, I'm sleeping. I'm watching TV. I'm watching Netflix. I'm catching up on my shows. And for me, it's an interesting time because like work isn't coming. But January and February were very busy seasons for me, and so I just wrapped up my last project with Adobe last week, and so now I'm just sleeping. I'm watching TV, playing games, catching up on all of the fun things I wanted to catch up on. And then when I feel like creating, I create. You know, I think one of the biggest things I've learned is to make sure that you don't let social media like force you to create. And because when that happens, it's just not a good space. You know, I feel like in this time you should create because you want to, not because you feel like you need to post something on social media and whatnot. And I caught myself like, people were like, hey, is everything okay? You haven't posted? And I was just like, man, I don't want to post anything. I haven't been feeling creative. I just wanted to sleep. And so, yeah, I'm just learning to just be. I see 19 Production House. Yeah, he said that he's editing people's, he or she, they've been editing people's content. So that's awesome. Dope. That's a good place to be honest.
No, that is nice. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. She's been working a lot, and I've kind of just been working sometimes, but also just catching up on sleep.
Look, it's
it's a guy.
Okay,
no, it wasn't true, but I saw his picture. just want to make sure.
You never know.
You
we
never
out
know.
Here, lady creatives, doing things as well. No, but that is really awesome. And then I will say, I know it's a weird climate, just because some people are still able to work from home, some aren't, and it's just a very stressful situation. But yeah, sit in whatever it is that you're dealing with at the time. If you have the time to rest, like really sit in that and like dwell in it, and it's fine. Meditate, like do some practical things.
Headspace.
Oh, I love Headspace, y'all. Headspace is so good. It took me like a year to finally like get into it, but it's been really good, and they have a lot of different like themes. So you can do it for like stress, you can do it for like focus. If you're dealing with like depression and anxiety, there's some good things there. We're believers, we're Christian, and so we do devotionals, and then we get together virtually with like our life groups, and so that's also nice to just kind of like unplug from like work stuff and like get a little FaceTime with people. Yeah, it's just
Abdul said he hasn't posted anything. He's just learning After Effects.
nice.
I want to learn After Effects because I want my posters to move, but like I don't feel like learning anything right now, you know. And
What are you doing to learn After Effects, Abdul?
yeah, are you like on Skillshare or YouTube? Because what I'm gonna do today. Oh, you're on Skillshare. Dang, I was gonna give you. I'll still give you the code. I have a
He's on Skillshare.
yeah, but I can still.
Oh no, yeah,
Yeah, I think you can still use the code and still get 2 months for free.
dope.
But I'll put it on here. I'll type it in soon. But you will get 2 months of Skillshare for free, and you can check out as many classes as you want. Yeah, he said he can still have it. Okay, I got you. I'll type it on here in a sec.
He said he's Skillshare.
I've been reading. Mo said he's been reading and watching seminars. Webinars. Wow, not seminars. Wow. Webinars, exercising a lot. Yeah, I haven't exercised.
You did some jump ropes the other day.
Oh yeah, I did. It was random. I went. I feel like I had an out of body experience. I just went to the garage, found the jumping rope, and I was like, man, I have to do something. Yeah, really catching up on stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I've been. Has anybody just felt like you don't even know what to do? Like you're just bored? Like you're just in your head? Yeah.
That's a real thing.
It is. Like
No, it
I've been having weird dreams too. I told you I had a dream a monkey. I owned a monkey, and that was weird.
I don't know what they want to know about your dream.
Y'all gonna know about these dreams though, because I know y'all having it too.
So everyone's talking about like exercising. Are y'all getting like outside or doing like living room exercises? I know I've had a couple of friends try to go out and exercise, and everyone's like glaring at them the entire time they're trying to get a workout in. Have y'all experienced the same?
Yeah, they're saying the backyard and the living room.
Yeah.
And Sarah said, "Yep."
Yeah.
And also, I want to give a shout out to Doug, Kelsey, Grant, Augustina for making this possible. They are amazing people. So Wax Space and TX Studio are owned by the same people. And I know a lot of you have said you like the space. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know we don't own the space.
Yeah, no.
We shoot there a lot. We love it. Yes, it's like our number one studio in Texas, really. And we love it. And we love Grant and Augustina. Yeah. And Kelsey and Otto. Their baby.
Baby Otto. There's a new Climbara to the clan.
Yeah, he's now a co-owner of TX Studio and Wax Space.
So, but yeah, if you're local in the DFW area at all, and you're looking for like places to shoot, you can do like podcasts, you can do video, you can do photography, of course. It really is such a great place, and they're very community minded, which is the thing that I love the absolute most. Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah, Kelsey said she's been getting outside. She said getting outside has been hard in Minneapolis because of the cold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I feel
That's
that.
rough.
I feel that.
Okay, Lisbeth Palmer said, I've been editing videos for a recent project, live streaming live music, trying to figure out how to help other musicians do it well. That's nice. It's good to get some education where you can. I love that. Making sure to go hiking with my dog. Get the outdoor time. Yeah, that's nice. We've been getting out a lot more with our dog as well. A lot more than we usually do. So it's a good time.
Yeah. So I know how many of you guys work for yourselves?
Are there a lot of folks?
Are there a lot of like freelancers here? And the only reason I bring that up is because I'm trying to find ways that we can all help each other in this season. You know, I have friends selling prints. I have friends doing FaceTime photo shoots. And I have friends that are starting to try to sell other things. So what are you guys doing in this time, and how can other people who might be getting a steady paycheck be able to help you in this time? Because it's something that I have been thinking about as well. And there's a link I'm going to share with you guys. There's a freelance fund right now for those who are freelancing, and it seems pretty legit. I think people are donating and putting money in there, and they get to distribute that money out to different freelance people. So I'll put that link on here. But I just wanted to check the temperature and see how you guys were holding up, and how we could all help each other.
Sweet. Tasha's on.
And while she's talking, I'm gonna.
She just hit pause today to wash her hair and sit still. No, that's a real thing, especially with an afro. She has the biggest hair and it's beautiful, but I know it takes like a day to handle. Sweet. You said you're about to.
Yes, I'm about to put the link right here. I'm gonna type it in. VTHOS.co. Yep. And then I'm also gonna put the Skillshare link, so you guys will get 2 months of Skillshare for free. SKL. I'm gonna also type it in here as well for those of you that are not on the live stream. skl.sh/Temi Coker. Okay, I think the link should work.
Yeah. All right.
Mo gave some good advice. He said this is a good time to great opportunity to audit and check your processes, stuff in all our businesses that have some dust and cobwebs on them. Just doing a little bit each day is helpful. That's very true.
Yeah. No,
organizing your hard drives, organizing your presets or filters. Your workflow is important. What happens when someone hires you or someone comes to talk to you about work, from that part to when it finishes?
Yeah.
So
working on pitches. Work on pitches. Are y'all working on pitches, projects, ways that you can get some business like afterwards? I think that's a really important practice to do, and like really fine tuning and like making it look good, and just being able to stock up on some of these different ideas now. So when the time is ready for people to like start hiring again, you can just like dish them out. I actually need to do that myself. I still work a 9 to 5 and then creative work as well. So I like have my hands like super, super full. But once I get some more downtime, yeah, definitely doing that. How many people are on here who do work a 9 to 5 and then also like freelance work on the side? Are there a lot of y'all?
Oops.
Oh, snap. Shout out to Jordan Kihas. I was able to leverage my other skills and landed a contract with a company to help them with their branding. Dope.
There you go.
That right there. That's good. That's really good. And then Doug just dropped a pitching resource. Awesome.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah, and I think.
Oh, we have a teacher.
Oh, nice. Joel, are you? I'm very curious. I have a friend that's teaching right now, and he's teaching online. Are you used to that, or is it weird? Because their school literally gave them a schedule. It's like from 9 to 10 is 10:30 is your first class, and then from 10:30 to 12 is another class.
Sorry, Jordan. It's pronounced Jordan.
Jordan. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. How is it? It's a little different. We haven't moved completely online yet. Okay. Oh, Jocelyn, that's what's up. I feel like online teaching might be easier, especially when it comes to art, maybe. Because the kids can just watch. Because I think Jocelyn, are you teaching high school or middle school? I don't remember. Elementary. Okay. Oof. God bless. Yeah. That might be hard.
Oh, let me go back up here really quick.
Yeah.
So Mo said, as pertains to like pitching, my roommate is a sales guy and he has been researching companies and putting together a massive list to follow up with. I think it'll be really fruitful for him. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I think this is a great time to bring back those ideas that you didn't have time to execute. Well, maybe not execute, but have time to work on. So I think for us, like we're thinking about some things we want to do with Coker Studio, and so we're working on like mood boards and and just talking about what we envision the company being. And so this is a good time for that stuff. So yeah, online teaching is going to make a bigger wave with this whole. Yeah, I believe more parents would be open-minded to it. Yep.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. Hopefully, Joel, I hope you guys are using Google Classroom. I used that when I was teaching. I taught for 3 years. I taught high school photography and design. And yeah, Google Classroom was very cool because you could automate. You can make up your assignments for the whole week, automate it, and it will post whenever you wanted to. And then, oh, y'all use Microsoft. Oh my God. All right. Well, God bless you. No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what Microsoft has, but Google Classroom was a lifesaver. Like my work would post for me, and then the kids would read all they had to do and then submit stuff. So yeah. Is there? So yeah, I guess we can start taking questions.
Yeah. Do y'all have any questions
about us, what we do, how we work? Can I show you guys what my wife worked on during this time? I'm gonna bring it because it's really dope. You probably already seen it on Instagram, but I'll be right back.
Okay, this guy, the ultimate hype man. Oh, someone said we use Microsoft and we hate it. I'm not speaking to that. Y'all not gonna get okay.
She was over here painting this. It says black men move different. I know it looks backwards for you guys, but yeah, I really like it. Oh shoot, she's awesome.
I promise there's a purpose to it. I didn't just make a thing just because.
But still, you made something.
I did. I put my creative outlets into something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching TV on the couch with the covers, and I got up and I saw her doing this stuff, and I just feel like I need to do something in my life. But yeah,
I'm always planning. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm doing is small things to prep for a project later. Things I can do in the house. It was actually a lot of fun and very therapeutic. So I think we're getting a question or two.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for the compliments, y'all. What is the most rewarding project you have done? It's a great question.
I would say for me, mine was dang. Okay, I have to cheat and give you two, because I really can't pick. My first one was Temi by Nigeria. I don't know if I have the book here anymore.
There's one in the living room.
This one right here.
Oh.
Yep. So I made this book back in 2014. 2015. I went to Nigeria and I wanted to document how beautiful Nigeria was, and so turned it into a book, documenting the whole trip. The reason I did this was because I wanted people to really see how beautiful Nigeria was. And back in the day, they always thought that that I lived in huts and I chased lions for breakfast and all of this stuff. Like seriously, that's what they were telling me. Hey, Tammy, did you hunt lions this morning? No. You know, all of these questions. And so I turned it into a book. Initially, I just did it just to educate people. But then I turned into a book, and it was good. A lot of people bought it. People loved it. And all I cared about was having this on people's tables. And the second rewarding project I would say was my poster day project. So for a whole year, I made a poster every single day. And it has brought so much work. Clients are going back to something I made in 2017 and asking me to either license it or recreate something like that. So we really believe in creating a type of work you want to be hired for. We don't believe in just sitting down and hoping that work comes. And so whenever we get like a big gig, the extra money, we put it into creating another type of work that we love and want to see out there. And so that has brought in a lot of work for us.
True. I'd say for me, it's probably my project that I did for an art exhibition that I was part of. It was an all women's art exhibition by Muse Co. And my exhibition was called Heavy as the Head. And I did a photo shoot that I art directed, styled, and shot, and did like an in-person installation. And essentially it was a project dismantling. It was a visual manifesto of celebrating Black women, specifically their hair, and just dismantling like the stereotypes that is associated with that in the corporate America and like corporate workspace. So yeah, it was just a visual representation of that and kind of like taking the power back. And it was really fun for me, just because that's something I've been wanting to do, is like putting all my giftings into one project. And that's the first time that I feel like I've really done it, and got the outcome that I was really looking for. And so that's always really special, because I think as a creative, you go through such a period of like trying and trying so you can get better at things, but it doesn't always turn out like how you want it to. And that was the one that I feel like came around just like exactly what I wanted to. It executed. I executed the way I wanted to. At the exhibition, I had a lot of literature and like Easter eggs in my display of my photos, and yeah, just things educating the why this is such an important topic of discussion. And it really told the story well. And there was a lot of dialogue from like all types of everybody, like white, Black, Mexican, Arabic, like everybody was like having a really great conversation around the topic. And I was just like, yeah, like this is exactly what I wanted from this project. And it was really, really fruitful. So that was amazing for me. Yeah.
Yeah, she did really good.
Thanks. You can check out some of those photos. I think I have a highlight on my personal Instagram of like what the exhibition looked like, and then also some photos on my Instagram feed.
We have it on Coker Studio.
Oh yeah, too. I do have, yeah, on the Coker Studio. Can you explain your mood board process?
Yeah.
I love a good mood board.
I love a good mood board. Yeah, we use Keynote a lot. There's also something called Paste. It's by the same people that make WeTransfer. It's really dope. I like it a lot as well, because you can make some dope slideshows and they already have pre-templates for that. But yeah, our mood board process is like we try to break it down, try to break down the shoot to like as little as possible as far as information. So like, let's say we did the shoot with Dosha, and we wanted to just accentuate the beauty of her skin. And so we had like posing. We had like a slide for posing and different poses. We had another slide for makeup. We had another slide for what else?
Budget location.
And then we had another slide for the team members. So a mood board is pretty much supposed to be like, if I'm not in this room and someone sees this project, they know exactly what I'm trying to shoot and what it's supposed to look like. So that's the whole point, to communicate your ideas with more detail. Do you have anything to say about that?
No, yeah. I mean, I think that's really good. Being very specific and being very concise is really important. Don't go writing a 10-page novel. Just get to the important details. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should share one on our.
Yeah. Well,
maybe we can share one on Coker Studio or something. If anyone would like to kind of see like how we do ours.
Yeah. We also have.
If anyone's interested.
We also have a mood board thing on our website, on coker.studio. If you go there, it's a mood board of work we've already done. But it's not going to be like the detailed mood board that we would normally send to clients and people that we're working with. But it just gives you an idea of like the work we've done, and we placed it in a way that just looks cohesive and nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mo said he
Kevin!
loved the photos.
Oh.
Abdul said he loves.
Oh,
thank you, Abdul. That guy must have been knowing about the work for a while. That's what's up.
Kevin Garcia from IG.
What's up, Kevin?
What up? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so Kevin asked, how do you balance taking care of yourselves mentally and also wanting to use this time to create something?
Honestly, I definitely have to force it. Like, it's not anything that happens passive. I have to really like take time to like break from anything. Like, if I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, like maybe unplugging from IG. Actually, I think unplugging has been like the best with separating my mental health from just like the chaos of like feeling I need to create right now. So reading has been really good, getting outside, and just forcing myself to do that maybe like 2 to 3 times a day in small time pockets. I am a little fluid with mine just because I've kind of gotten like a little habitual with it. But if it's something that you really just need to be like, okay, at 12:30, I'm going to unplug and go read for 30 minutes on the lawn. At 4, I'm going to, I don't know, watch a Netflix show, whatever just, helps you with your mental. Because you really just have to do that. You can't just put all of your empty time into creating. You definitely, you have to prioritize the balance.
Yeah.
Or you're not going to be in a healthy space.
And I think right now is a good time to just make sure you're checking your intentions. Because you might have this urge to create, but if you're not creating from like your heart or just to be free and just to enjoy it,
mm-hmm.
and if you start creating because you feel like you have to post something because your
mm-hmm.
other friend posted something and everyone was going crazy, then I would just say, check your intentions with that.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I did. I was like, man, I need to post, but I was like, I'm not going to force myself to create something to put online to get likes so I can feel better about myself
mm-hmm.
in this quarantine.
Yeah.
Like that's another type of prison, And so for me, after this, I'm watching Ozark. It just came out today, season 3. And then something's coming out again next week, so I'm going to be binging. But yeah, no, I think trying to find that balance. I think right now is a good time to really get back that space of mental health in a good space. And so if that means taking like a day or 2 and just like enjoying yourself without feeling any guilt. I know it's mm-hmm. hard because it's hard for me. But doing that and just enjoying life, I think right now is a good time to really just reflect and enjoy life. So that's what we do. Try to find that balance. And we're not perfect, but also this is a time that we have never been in before, at least for us. Like the last time the crisis happened was 2008 with
the
recession. I don't remember how old I was. That was 12 years ago. So I was like 15. Now I have a house and bills and the company. So things hit different now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you guys market yourselves? How do you get in front of the potential clients that you want to work for?
We're still trying to do better with that.
Definitely still learning.
But I think something that has just always worked, which is, again, just creating the type of work that we want to be hired for.
I'd also add on to that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely create the type of work you want to be hired for.
Connecting with people.
Yes. I don't say networking. I feel like networking is good, but it can feel so stiff, but really form some like relationships. Form relationships, whether they can pour into you, whether business or personal, like there's going to be something that comes out of that, like in the long run. And then also, who just had, Dana Scruggs. I don't know if it's on. She's a photographer. Dang. I was hoping anyways, she just did a great Instagram live like the other day talking about how she gets her foot in the door with like some different opportunities. And one of the things that she said that really just like humbled me, because I'll email somebody like once or twice and then feel some type of way when I don't get any feedback. I'm like, dang, like that sucks. She's very persistent in her approach. She uses LinkedIn as a tool, is what she said. She said a lot of these companies have very generic like email handles. So if you can get a name, you could literally put at Vogue dot whatever or something like that. If it's like photography or whatever. So doing the research is what she said. Finding people's emails. Really, you have to pursue it using LinkedIn as a resource. It's been really great for her. And then being very persistent in the emails. She literally said that she would email out ideas and pitches. I think she said like once a month. She would just send it out to that same person. And she has like a running list that she continues to use. And some opportunities came her way 6 months later. Some came like a year later. But she was just so persistent in that work came out of it. And then another note that she said is never send an email without something to show the person that you're sending. So if you're a photographer, don't send an email with no pictures. What? If you are an illustrator, if you are a stylist, just make sure you're sending something to show, and don't send your, entire set of photos, but like 2 or 3 like really strong things, just to catch their eye. And then also, your name popping up over and over again, either be like, this is the most annoying person I've ever met, or later on it'll pop up in their head like, oh, I do have this opportunity and so would be a great fit for that.
Okay, so here are some tips. Get out your notepads, write some stuff down. One thing is make a Google sheet of people that you've talked to. Get their emails. Have like their name, the company they work for, their position, and their email. And then maybe another column or so of how many times you've reached out to them and the date. Secondly, make a PDF of probably 3 to 5 of your best work, explaining having a description of what the project was about, how you completed it, what it was, and all of that. And always have that in every email that you send to the company. But never send an email to a company and say, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I'm a photographer, blah, blah, blah. Don't make it about yourself. People are more open to hearing about what you do if you show interest in what they do. So maybe having an email of like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I have been following your company for a while. I really love what you guys stand for. If there's special things within the company or a campaign that they just did, make sure you highlight that and highlight what you loved about it. And then talk about yourself. Like there is, I have attached the PDF of the type of work that I do. I would definitely love to hear from you guys in the future. Another tip when sending emails, send it Sunday night. Never send an email on Friday. Sunday night means it's going to be at the top of their inbox in the morning. If you're going to send anything, try to send it that night or that evening if you haven't sent it in the morning. So that way it will be on top of their email. Thirdly, connect with people. You never know who knows somebody. But just make sure that you're connecting for the right reasons. Because a lot of people are like, oh, that person worked for Nike. Let me go and try to get to know them. And they can read off of that easily. So just make sure that you are someone that just wants to get to know that person and what they do.
True. Elizabeth offered a resource that's been really helpful for chunking out time and taking breaks. It's called Marinara.
Nice.
We
use TikTok. She started using it too.
I try to use TikTok or TikTok.
What
is it called?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok is
TikTok is the other app. Yeah.
I'm old.
We use something called. You don't use it anymore. TikTok.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, TikTok is really dope as well. It's kind of like Marinara. I might have to check Marinara out though. But yeah, it uses the. Hold on, I have to see it now. It's the name is a type of system. It uses the I don't remember, but it starts with a K. But I break it down to do, and then what I'm actually working on, and then complete it. And so that way, whenever a new project comes in, I actually can see. Yes, Kanban. Thank you. Yeah, I use the Kanban method, and TikTok allows you to have that. So that way, whenever a new project comes in, I can see what I'm actually working on and what I have to do and what I've completed, so I can gauge whether or not I should work on that. So
Okay.
there's some questions here. Yeah.
Well, that one's right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Taylor asks, how do you stay consistent with your work? Okay, I'll answer. I mean, oh, hold on, where did it go? Okay, there we go. Just making it a priority to create in some form or fashion. I feel like creating very much is like a muscle, and you need to have like disciplines to continue to grow in it. And so if I'm busy with like booked commission work, like that's great and that happens organically. But if I do have a time, in any type of freelance work, there's like highs and lows in like the quantity of work you're receiving. If it's one of the lower times, I make it a priority to do some creative projects that one will benefit my business, two benefit me creatively and like really just get my juices pumping, and then three that just like challenges me. So I think those have been the ways that have helped me just like stay consistent. And so like I always know like even if it's not bringing in a paycheck, like there's still work to be done, and then keeping that mindset. And so it just kind of like rolls organically for me as a practice.
Yeah, I think for me, experimenting has allowed me to see what I like and what I don't like, and that way I was able to kind of get more consistent in the type of work that I do. And that's kind of why the work that I do now with posters have a lot of shapes, and that was from like an accident, to be honest, but now it's become like my style, and so it's a consistent thing that I've been trying to do. But yeah, consistency in your work will definitely take time, but always make sure that you're experimenting and figuring out what you like, so that way you can start applying that same technique or process into your other work. So yeah.
Corey had a question.
Corey, what's up, Corey?
What up?
Shout! That's the guy that started the FaceTime thing. Y'all
It's
should check him
wild.
out.
It's wild.
Crazy.
I can't handle this guy.
Can't even do it.
Corey said, how do you plan on, say, starting back up after this quarantine?
I think definitely like the PDF thing that I talked about, making sure you have that ready. And maybe at this time, look at the companies that you want to reach out to and find the people and start that Google Sheet, so that by the time it's ready, you can schedule the emails to be sent out to all of these people. And Doug said so as well. Like you can schedule to send an email on Gmail. So you can say, hey, I want this email to be sent Monday morning or Sunday night. You can do Monday morning, 6 a.m. Or all of that. Because, yeah, sometimes Sunday night will work. But if you want to be professional, you can send it at like 6 a.m. Monday morning or whatnot. But, yeah, that's what I would suggest you do at this time. Just like stalk people. Figure out who you're trying to reach out to, what they do. And when things get back on and kicking, a lot of these companies will either be continuing a project that they started before the quarantine or look for new people to hire for new work. So,
yeah, that's literally what I would say. And just being, very aware about like what's going on in the economy and just like in the immediate like circles that you're like running in and the work that you do. And just trying to, be aware of like some of the needs that are probably going to come out of this situation. For example, like social media influencers is a little low right now because a lot of people don't have jobs and people aren't really buying, things as much as they would. But as we get back to normalcy, I feel like social media is going to boom a little bit from this. And so they're probably making pitches and how their social influencer brand can inform their sales on Instagram, like moving forward or something. Like that's just like a small example. So just being savvy.
Yeah, because right now is not a good time to be sending emails to companies. Because right now they're trying to keep their employees, right? And so even for us, and that's why it's really hard for freelancers right now who had completed projects prior, because now the companies are like, man, do we pay this person or do we pay our people? And so Just being smart about it and knowing that when things get back to normal, then a lot of the money will start rolling back out again.
Question by Photos by Jake. What platform do you think is the best for a freelancer to market themselves to book more clients? I know how I feel about this.
Okay, you go. Love you too, Corey.
Love you, Corey. So the platform that I think is the best for freelancers to market themselves is real life. Like, I'm sorry.
No, you got. I'm just messing with you.
Social media is such a fantastic tool, and it can really be a beneficial like part of your business. But just from my own experience, like, it is a unique way to get like your work out there and display it and whatnot. But I've seen 85% of my opportunities come from relationships with people who can vouch for me, essentially. They might like share my Instagram to show like people the work that I've done, but it always came from like a referral from somebody that I formed a relationship with. Now you do have the opportunity to like make your social platforms like a quick glance portfolio, and I think that is important because it's a fantastic tool. But I would personally say like make it a real priority to connect with people over marketing yourselves on any type of platform. Now you can do platforms, but I put that as priority because these platforms, you don't own it, you have no authority there. They could delete your page on accident and everything that you had there is like gone. So like really like building without that is essential to know and to get good at. But outside of that, it depends on the type of work that you do. I love Instagram. It's user-friendly for me. I'm a photographer, so it's easy to display the work. It's very convenient. If you're someone who does like, I don't know, something very drastic like augmented reality or like very complex systems, maybe something like Behance would be a great platform to like put your work on. It varies by person, and I think just doing the work to see like what coincides best with like the type of freelance work that you do.
Yeah, I think to market yourself, like she said, I think in person is best and wise. Maybe even having a portfolio of some of your best work that you can carry with you so people can actually see. Setting meetings up with people within agencies just to show yourself and introduce yourself. Because if Instagram dies today, I mean, that's it, And I think another thing, and I'm talking to myself because I haven't done it yet, and I need to. Maybe I'll do it in this quarantine, or maybe not. Is that on my website, I want to make sure I have like an email list. People will never not check their emails. Emails are always going to be there forever. And so having a newsletter or a newsletter of like 100 people or more, I think would definitely be helpful because people get to actually see what you're doing, what you're working on. And if social media dies, the email is still there, until they decide to unsubscribe from you. But we have a Behance, we have Instagram. I also randomly got work from Working Not Working. That's another website. You can put your work in there and let them know that you're available, and it's pretty legit. So people have gotten some real good gigs from it. I got hit up by an agency in New York from Working Not Working, and I haven't even touched that account for 2 years. So,
and I also will ask, since we have a couple of different people on here, like if there's any freelance work that you do and there's like a platform that you find benefit from, can you type like what it is that you do and then the platform that you market yourself on? I think that would be good for like everybody to like see, because I even want to see like some other things, because there might be some opportunities that I'm not really like considering.
Yeah.
I've also seen more people really leaning towards LinkedIn. Now it's not like Instagram. You definitely have to like approach it in a completely different like aspect and very business minded and like how this affects your business, how this will grow your business, etc. To have professional headshots or to whatever it is. But LinkedIn has been a very fruitful one for a couple of photographer friends, and so I know that could be an area of opportunity.
Yeah, and also just make sure that if you're gonna put your stuff on 6 different social media outlets, that you keep up with them. Don't neglect one of them.
Yeah.
Don't. So if you know that you can only handle Instagram and Behance, stick with
Twitter.
that. Or Twitter. Oh yeah, Twitter is good too.
Yeah.
Because Twitter, yeah, but Twitter is almost like you just never know. You post something and it could go viral or it could not. I know Bowie posted his FaceTime thing, and that thing went crazy. I was not even surprised, you know. She's gonna show you a little book that I got.
Yeah. I swear by it. No, it's so
it's good. I didn't say anything. I'm just
gonna throw this. You just stole it from me. I did because you weren't reading it.
I was.
Okay, so this is also a great tool. This is called Brutally Honest by Emily Ruth Cohen, and it is specifically targeted to business strategies and marketing for creatives. It's even like visually pleasing, and it's such a simple read. It's laid out impeccably, and it has, I mean, you can, what it says there. I'm not going to say it. It's not my platform.
No BS. Business strategies to evolve your creative business.
So they have some really good tips. She has some really good tips in here that I would definitely suggest. Like, just do it, please.
Oh yeah, I have one more book.
It really is good. I actually just got a Twitter, Abdul, so hopefully I can keep that going. I feel so aged. Why am I not on things? Oh, thank you for adding that link, Augustina. Doug said an architecture photographer friend swears by LinkedIn. It's official. Get on LinkedIn. Oh, he gets most of his work from there. Nice. I don't know where he has it. It's okay. Oh, what time is it? Oh, okay. Oh, he's coming back with the book. We'll do one more question. I see a question from, where did it go? Miriam!
There's also this book called Profit First. It talks about how to transform your business from a cash-eating monster to a money-making machine. And it helps, especially in this time right now, being able to save ahead and making sure that your business pays you rather than you becoming a slave to your business. So
yeah, really good. We'll do this last question, and then I feel like that's a pretty good. I don't think I've seen any that we missed on IG. Okay, cool. So the last question is from Miriam. Fun fact: she's a photographer, and we went to the same high school, but we never met till we got to Dallas. She's awesome. Love her. She's the sweetest. I'm very talented. I lost the question again, raving about her. What are some practical tips on starting on a creative project? That's a good question. I can share kind of like my process, and then you can. So for me, I very much like to do projects based off of like a narrative. There's usually some underlying purpose to it. And so with that, I like to have a system that consists of like brainstorming freely first. I might have like a notepad, jot some organic ideas down. And then from there, I'll do a little bit more research. If I need to like look up a little bit more literature, research some people that I feel like influence some of the work that I'm like wanting to create. And then from there, kind of like map out what it is I'm trying to execute with the creative project. So for my Heavy is the Head project, my doodle unplugged part was I played around with like drawing out set design, hairdos that I might want to like play around with, outfits, possible color schemes. And then from there, I did a little bit more in-depth research Did some like YouTube videos on how to like do a hairstyle because this was something that I was doing like all by myself. Where I can actually get some of the props that I'm wanting to use for the shoot, etc. And then from there, a to-do list that literally just like marked all of my needs and kind of like gauge how long this project would take me. So I know I want to acquire, in my shoot, I had file cabinets as part of my shoot setup. And so I knew it would take me at least, for example, like a week to secure all of the file cabinets that I needed to purchase, because I was going to be buying them from like Facebook Market or like Salvation Armies. So essentially just like how long it'll take me to acquire my props for my shoot, how long it will take me to recruit a model, really breaking down my creative vision for it. So like my color scheme, the outfits, things like that. And it looks different for everybody, but I kind of just like create this like workflow for myself. And then from there, setting the time, getting everyone up to speed on the scope of the project, making sure everyone's informed on like their role. If I'm bringing on a makeup artist, sharing my creative deck or mood board with them from everything that I just created. And then just the actual execution of it, and then the editing, and then the sharing. So that's kind of like how I go about it. So it's really good to just like sit down for a second, kind of feel out what kind of process you think would work best for you as a creative, and just personally. But then also if you don't have one for yourself, like asking friends that are doing exactly what you want to do and just getting some insight into like how they do it. That's something that I did that was really helpful. And you can take, you know, what you think fits best, and then improvise as needed, and then just trying to do that system consistently. So you kind of have like a flow every single time that you have a creative project or creative idea, and so that you can like execute your visions a little bit more consistently, instead of having to figure out like, crap, where do I start? You kind of already have like a game plan. So do you have anything?
Yeah, I think just understanding your process is important, but also if you're working on a project, figuring out what the end goal is before you even start, because people usually start the project and then at the end they're like, oh, what is the goal? Like, what am I trying to convey? So I think starting backwards in some areas might be helpful. So like for us, we're still thinking about it, but I mean, now with this quarantine, we don't know what's going to happen, but we wanted to do something for Mother's Day. And so before we even started talking about ideas, it was like, okay, why are we doing this? Well, we want to help serve the community here. A lot of people love our style, and we want to see how we can be able to gift this to them so they can have this in their homes. And so from there, we're like, okay, so how are we going to get people to come? What are we going to do? What is it going to look like? And then after talking about those things, then we start coming up with a mood board and props and time schedules and figuring out ways to get people. How many people should we have come to the studio to shoot this stuff? And yeah, but once you understand the end goal, I think then making a mood board on Keynote or Paste or PowerPoint is definitely helpful. And for us, we have a Coker Studio Keynotes template already. And so I made it, and my wife uses it now, and I use it. And so we just changed the title of the project and add different things on there. And now that Afritina knows how to do it, she's killing it. And yeah, and so now we can both work on two projects at the same time, coming up with the mood board and discussing. So it's definitely been helpful.
Sweet. Well, I think that's about time. I think we were supposed to do this for like an hour. So thank you guys for tuning in with us. This was a lot of fun. You'll have some great questions. I see some names that I'm going to hit up after this when I have like questions and ideas. Shout out to Mo.
Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Augustina for typing everything that you guys have seen on here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doug and Grant. Abdul, thank you so much for hanging. Yes. Tasha, Miriam, photos by Jake, Jocelyn, Lizzie, Lisbeth, I'm sorry. Aaron. Lisbeth? That's no, I'm not tripping.
No, it was down here. She just said thank
Oh,
you.
Lisbeth. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put an
I love
R.
your name. I could just say it all day.
That's awesome.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn. I know we're missing some people, but thank y'all so much. This was
Jordan,
awesome.
not Jordan.
Yes, Jordan, Joe. Thank y'all.
Really, very, very flattered.
And be sure to check out our website, couped.studio. If you want inspiration or if you have any questions, hit us up. We're an open book.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to do right now, so I'm just
Yeah.
I'm about to go watch Ozark. If y'all want to watch it with me, have a Netflix party, hit me up.
We should have a second date.
Second date.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, does it just